That was awesome.
The sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Lighten up while you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand. Take it easy. Well, I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. It's such a fine sight to see. It's a girl
Howdy. Oh, everybody's got a drink in their hand now. Don't get any response. Howdy. Oh, one more time. Howdy. Grab your last drink and start heading up here. We'd really like to fill in the seats and get folks up close as we announce the winners. You will have time to grab another drink and continue your conversations after. You're just going to...
You may just hand it to them when they come up?
You're going to hand it to them over there.
The check?
So, no.
This? Yeah.
Okay. So just keep them over there.
Okay.
Yeah. That way we don't get a collection up here.
Got it.
All right, everybody that followed instructions, turn around and stare at the people that are holding us up right now in the back. Those of you in back, we're waiting on you to come up here before we announce the winners. Ooh, it's getting quiet now. The people in back are figuring out we're waiting on them to find out who the winners are. Y'all come up this way. Start to fill in the seats. The bar will still be open afterwards if we can get started soon. All right. Now it's quiet in here. I'm going to say one more time. Charles from Biotex, are you here? Yeah. Come up here to the front and see Lene. All right, so moment you've all been waiting for. We only have like 30 minutes of presentation first before we get to the awards. Just kidding. This is why we do this in the afternoon. So, everybody knows who I am by now. Oh. Those of you online joining us just to cheer your teammates on, I'm Chris. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to the rest of you for joining us here in person all day. So remember, these are the cream of the crop companies over 9 years of crop in the state. With 9 years of data, we know these companies far outpace their peers. Following tradition, we are going to invite important supporters of TNBC, some of which have done this for many years, some of which are the first time this year. We invite them up to announce each of the winners. They're going to come up, tell us why they're here, a little bit about their organization, 30 seconds to it or so, and then announce the winner. Once they've announced their winner, they're going to step off and meet the winner over here with their big check or big credit card to take a picture. Certainly clap as soon as the winner is announced, but we've learned from doing this, and it taken a couple hours as these awards got bigger and bigger. All right, we've got to do it this way. The winner's not going to come up on stage. They're going to go over here and take a picture, and they're going to be taking a picture while we're starting to announce the next award. Make sense? Did I explain it right? All right. So prize announcers, I'm going to identify you and make sure you're coming up on stage. But we're going to start out with the elevator pitches. So I need Alexa Kara Wells, and James Lancaster to make their way up here. And first up, announcing the 5th place elevator pitch winner is Alexa Stakowiak with Goose Society.
I'm going to butcher it. I want you to know. Hi, everybody. It's so good to be back. I am actually an alum, so good to see everybody and happy to be here to support. But I also have to preface this by saying I am no public speaker, and I guess this is why they made me do this in undergrad. But I am actually here on behalf of Goose Capital, and I guess I should start off by mentioning something about my fellow geese. They would kill me if I did not. So other than being a hoot of a group is what I like to call them. We are a group of former CEOs, current CEOs, industry leaders, and serial entrepreneurs. We're an invite-only group of around 25 members or so who work to invest in high-value startups who are bound to make a difference. We invest in pre-seed, seed, and Series A, and we're fairly agnostic in what we invest in. We typically lead deals and write checks anywhere from $500,000 to $5 million. After presenting a check to a fellow TAMU alumni, I guess now I can call him, just a few days ago at Rice Business Plan Competition. I'm very honored to be doing it here today. And I know there's going to be some phenomenal young entrepreneurs and can't wait to meet you all. And last thing I'd like to say thank you so much to Chris and Lene and the rest of the team for allowing us to be here and for putting such a phenomenal event together. It's amazing to see how much this has grown over the last few years. With that being said, we'd like to go ahead and present this award. And I already said I am going to butcher this. So full transparency, I am so sorry. And I'm going to say this nice and slow, but we'd like to present the award for desalinization. There we go. Got through it. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Congratulations, guys. Our next announcer is going to be Dr. Kara Wells, who, if you've been here for the last day or so, you've seen her as a panelist. Her company, Genesis, a past winner and Winner's Circle prize sponsor this year. Kara's going to be announcing 4th and 3rd place elevator pitch.
Hi, everyone. This Winner's Circle prize is something that I'm super proud to be part of. I first found out about it last year when I was competing at TNVC, and I was like, that's so cool. You know, these winners, they're doing well, they're going out into the world and building really solid businesses, and they're not forgetting their roots and where they came from, and they want to pay it forward to the next generation of entrepreneurs. So it was super cool that my company was able to make a contribution to this this year, as well as along with several other winners. So 4th place, who will be receiving $1,500, is Predict. And we also have the 3rd place winner for $3,000 for the elevator pitch competition, which is Taurus Vascular.
Next up, announced by James Lancaster, who you know as a panelist this year, past winner of with Selenic Medical. We want to thank him for supporting the panel yesterday and really being a big part of this competition over the years. James is going to be announcing 2nd and 1st place elevator pitch.
I guess I should tell you what you haven't heard. My name is James Lancaster with Selenic Medical, but I've had the joy of being on all sides of this. I've been a judge, I've been a sponsor, I've been a participant, and I've possibly been a bigger sponsor than winner in various cases at various times. We won't go into that. And I've been mildly disappointed, actually supremely disappointed a couple times where I didn't place higher in some of these round stuff. But one important message to those of you who don't come on stage and grab a check, or maybe disappointed they didn't get into or out of the wild card round, is I don't think it's a coincidence of how many companies that I saw either get in the wild card, get into the finals, that I've seen at other events over the past couple of years that may or may not have placed as well last year at other events as they may have now. So I'd encourage you, if you're not pleased with how you did, if you are passionate and committed about what you were trying to do, then apply to Mass Challenge, participate in other competitions. Capital Factory would love to see you at some of their events. There are a large number of angel groups across the country who have Zoom-based virtual investor pitches and whatever. If you don't take the next step and practice again and again, then you won't improve the pitch and get there. And one word of advice that I gave one time, and it actually was worrisome, is that I had an animal health company a few years ago I was coaching. I said, that's great, you're trying to improve animal health. Have you delivered your elevator pitch in a corral full of live animals and survived it and not get kicked? I was joking, but do an elevator pitch in front of non-friends like you did in front of judges. Let them ask questions, and if that improves you, you'll be on stage next year. So anyway, in second place, with a big check, $4,000 that good luck trying to take out of the room without me grabbing it, is Pike Robotics. And while they're grabbing my check, the first place elevator pitch, and a huge congratulations. I heard your pitch in the earlier round that was quite excellent, Sage Spectra.
All right, so one housekeeping thing before we get into the special prize winners, and while the special prize sponsors are making their way kind of up this direction, just gonna hang out over here, not blocking the photo booth until it's your time to come up. Want to ask all of the competitors to stick around. We're gonna meet afterwards up here at the front and take some pictures. Okay, so we'd really like you to come up here. I know you want to celebrate, but real quick, come up here afterwards. We're going to take a few quick pictures of the whole group. So now we're going to get into special prizes. Explained this a couple of times, but basically these are sponsors of our program that actually select their own winners. These are companies that have donated at least $10,000 worth of value, whether that be services, investment, or cash prizes in some cases, to a company that they select, from the interviews that they had yesterday with you, to the judging rounds that they participated in this morning, to the whole competition where they got to see how you do during the elevator pitch and the main pitches just a little bit ago. We're going to invite each of these prize sponsors to come up. They're in alphabetical order. And they're going to tell you a little bit about the organization, maybe why they selected this company or why they're here at TNVC in general, and then announce who the winner is. So first up, with the Aggie Angel Network Investment Prize, I want to invite up Blake Petty.
Howdy. First off, thanks, Chris. Thanks to the entire team. What another spectacular Texas A&M New Ventures competition. The Aggie Angel Network has been a proud sponsor and partner since day one. My friend James Lancaster, where did you go? He mentioned that there's lots of opportunities and lots of angel networks all across the nation and the globe that you can connect with. I would encourage you to connect with the best one first. The Aggie Angel Network is a network of about 40 individuals who are interested in supporting companies just like yours. We meet on a monthly basis. We rotate both in person, and by the way, our in-person meetings here on campus are spectacular. We go to amazing places all across campus. Folks, we also have alternating monthly meetings by Zoom for those of you who may not live in the Bryan, College Station, Aggieland area. What we aim to do is to allow these fantastic technology-based early stage companies get the seed funding that they need. Yes, we love Aggie deals and I love Aggie investors, but your money's good whether you're an Aggie or not. And some of our best deals, believe it or not, didn't come from Texas A&M. So we're interested in meeting all of the companies that make it through TNVC. We're grateful to be a TNVC partner, and I'm proud, on behalf of my fellow Aggie Angel Network members who are here, to announce that our investment prize goes to Neurostasis.
All right, next up, I'm going to invite Charles to come up from Biotex to announce their winner. Biotex has been a friend of the program for a long time. We appreciate you guys. Oh, I went out of order. Oh, here. There you go. Thank you, Charles.
Hi, I'm Charles Houssier. I noticed you didn't say my last name. It's kind of hard. I didn't know there was a speech today either, so just wanted to say hi. We're a small medical device company in Houston. We actually started here at A&M back in 1999, and so it's great to come back and always get to be at these events. So I think that's about it. But just to present our award, we're presenting it to Taurus Medical, and we're. Thank you.
See, I'm not good. Next up is going to be Amera, and actually, you guys know Amera. Any of you companies that went through the process of coaching, you know these guys. So I'm going to invite up Aaron and Mark to announce their winner.
You want to say anything? I'm speaking again. Howdy. So Amera has been a sponsor for the last, 6 years. We've been heading up the coaching calls for the last 5 years, hence we know quite a bit of everyone in the audience. We're always thrilled to be a part of this event. TNVC group is just amazing. This event gets bigger and better every single year. It's one of the reasons why we come back, not just to support A&M, but to support the TNVC group. We're a 3D, or we develop 3D animation. We're based out of Houston, basically conveying complex technologies, proprietary solutions, so that people can communicate them to investors, a wide range of audiences. With that being said, we'd like to announce this year that our animation award is going to Opsin Bio.
Next up is the BVEDC Launch Prize announced by Chuck Martinez. You've heard me tout the Brazos Valley Economic Development Corporation a few times. These guys have been friends of the competition since the beginning, helped us get this thing launched, and helped us grow it over the years. They also sponsored that awesome reception that we had last night. So Chuck, come on down and tell us who your winner is.
Howdy, everyone. So I'm Chuck Martinez. I'm the Chief Business Development Officer for the Brazos Valley Economic Development Corporation, and we'll be announcing a $15,000 cash prize. Before I get to that big award announcement, let me say that we're honored, absolutely honored to serve as a steward of our Bryan College Station marketplace. And as you've been here for the last couple of days, and those who live here know that this is a fast-growing, superb home-felt environment to do business. We are community partners with the Texas A&M University system, Texas A&M University, Brazos County, the City of Bryan, who you met last night with the city of the mayor Gutierrez, City of College Station, and a whole consortium of private sector companies that we call Invest Brazos Valley. You know, it's always inspiring to a moment to be able to stand across the street where champions are made one day at a time. And yes, of course, I'm talking about the Fighting Texas Aggie sports teams. Whoop! But what I'm talking about here is the world-class talent at the faculty level, the students, the research that takes place on this campus, and many of your companies are inspired and born by those technologies. So congratulations, Texas A&M Innovation, on a successful event this year. As I mentioned last night, what makes Texas great is your companies. TNVC each year brings out the best early stage companies year over year, and we support each of you in your success. And today we raise the flag, or in this case, we hook up with one of the companies to be able to announce their award. So it's without further ado, and it's a privilege to be able to say that the 2023 Brazos Valley Economic Development Corporation's Launch Prize Award for $15,000 goes to Brian Bates, HPTech.ai.
Next up is a first-time sponsor, but actually has been an important partner to not only TNVC, but the entire entrepreneurial ecosystem in Texas. You heard their name mentioned a lot today by a lot of different folks. And that's Capital Factory. And here representing that organization is Nick Spiller. He's going to tell you who the winner of their Investment and Services Prize.
Thank you, Chris. It's been great, and shout out to Lene, especially been super helpful all week. And I can't say it's been, I can't put into words how nice it's been to be in College Station for 3 days, hanging out and meeting a lot of you. And I think at Capital Factory, our mission is to be the center of gravity for entrepreneurs in Texas, and we want Texas to be the center of gravity for entrepreneurs in the world. And you know that doesn't happen without College Station, without Texas A&M. And so it's great, and I want to thank everyone here, and you know, Daniel and Kara and a handful of our founders that are here, and just everyone that's been, you know, making it obvious we have a presence here, and we hope to extend and build upon that in years to come. And excited to announce an investment and really what we call a combo deal. And maybe I'll use this opportunity to tell you a little bit about how Capital Factory actually works, or how you could work with Capital Factory. And you know, we build this ecosystem across Texas, and we host a couple thousand events every year, bringing, you know, much like this, whether it's a pitch event, a hackathon, a defense meetup, and that creates this community and this pipeline of talent that we use for the advantage of our portfolio companies. We have a co-working business. We have about a 100,000 square foot facility downtown Austin that we do that in, and some satellite locations across the state. And through that, we're able to build a couple other businesses. We have a co-working business. We have a innovation council, we call it. It's like an enterprise membership. We have 17 Fortune 500 companies, groups like Amazon, IBM, Google, a lot of the defense contractors, Northrop Grumman. They work with Capital Factory to find startups that they can engage with to have an advantage on their competitors. And we have you know, dozens, if not hundreds, of opportunities or examples of connections that have been made through our team to those partners, and that led to real business opportunities. And then on top of that is our venture team, right? And we leverage that, one, as an advisor, and that's where we engage companies for a little piece of advisor equity, common equity, and you get all access to Capital Factory, invites to the events, curated introductions, handful of other perks. And then we're also the most active active seed investor in Texas. And we write 100 to 200,000, $200,000 checks into institutional seed rounds, where a VC is leading the round, they're putting in a couple $1,000,000, and we chip in alongside that. And so if anyone's looking to fill out a round, that, like, we're a good person to come talk to. But really, it's like the values in that advisor piece, and it's helping you find customers that help you tap into a lead, and that's the advisor. And that's two different funds and two different engagements, and tonight we're doing a combo deal. We're offering a $50,000 investment and an invitation to the Partners Fund, which is the all-access opportunity. And we're going to offer that to Himanshu from Predict.
Next up, we want to invite Kenobi Martins to come up and tell us about their legal services prize. These guys have been supporters of ours for a while now. It's been fun to hang out with them and appreciate them bringing multiple folks down to help us judge and run things behind the scenes. So I invite up Paul Stellman and Curtis Huffmeyer. Or just Curtis, because Paul's shy.
Howdy. Paul taught me that. He's an Aggie. So I'm from Kenobi Martins. We're one of the largest firms in the United States that focuses exclusively on intellectual property. So we do all patents, trademarks, copyrights, licensing, diligence, freedom to operate, all that for every single technology area. My background's in mechanical engineering, and Paul is too, and we also do mechanical electrical and a lot of medical device work. And just one aspect of Kenobi that I wanted to let you all know about, because of the connectivity of this group and the importance in this, in the funding environment, is we have a resource specifically for medical device startups called KenobiMedical.com. And it's a place where we publish some content in like a blog, but it also has service providers, regulatory, legal, manufacturing, investment information. It's a good resource if you want to be a part of getting your name on there to connect with other people. It's just a great place to connect and learn more, to get your startup or provide your services to people that are looking for those services. So that's KenobiMedical.com. So today our cash prize is, or cash, it's in services, legal services on the patent side, and we wanted to, that's $10,000 we wanted to award to Taurus Vascular.
Next up is going to be Monk Wilson Mandala, and ask Michael to start making his way up here. So I will tell you, these guys, we may just be an excuse to get them back to Aggie Land, but Michael never turns down an invitation to help us run a workshop, and is not shy about conveying his knowledge to others. And I really appreciate what these guys have done and are going to do. It's relationships like this that help us build this ecosystem. So thanks, Michael.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you all for allowing us to be a part of this. Wasn't realizing I was going to have to do an elevator speech, so I can just tell you as a public speaker, I'm a great patent attorney. Monk Wilson Mandala is a technology-based law firm that specializes in representing technology companies. We have offices coast to coast in LA. Gosh, I'm trying to keep track of what we have in Texas now. Dallas, Austin, Houston, Waco, and Boca Raton. Don't ask me how Boca got in there, but it's in there. We represent companies in all aspects of corporate, employment, litigation, intellectual property. We even have a sports and entertainment law company, sorry. So we are very pleased to be a part of this, to be in a room full of innovators. Our practice focuses on representing innovators and getting you all where you want to go. So I am just thoroughly impressed by all of you, but we saw one group that was just kind of stood out to us. We'd like to commend them and give our prize for Sage Spectra.
Next up, I want to invite Paragon Innovations to tell us about their engineering prize. Mike Willie and Alan Rich, and I'm going to recognize Mike Wilkinson, who is somewhere overseas, I think Greece right now, who's usually here representing this. These guys have been friends of this program for a long time, and we really appreciate what Paragon's done. We've heard great things about from the folks that have won your prizes over the years. So come tell us what it's about.
All right, well, howdy. So I'm Mike Willie, this is Alan Rich. We are part of Paragon Innovations. For 30 years, which seems like a really long time, for 30 years we have been designing electronics for IoT and medical devices and high reliability projects and have run into so many great companies and had so many opportunities to do exactly what you guys are doing, bring a new idea and turn it into a production product. And actually, we were acquired by Berkshire Hathaway a couple of years ago. And thank you. One of the things, you guys may not know this, but Warren Buffett actually has more money than God. And one of the things that has allowed us to do is to expand our offering. So we can now not just design your product, but we can be your virtual ODM and actually manufacture that product and get it shipped out the door from wherever. And that could be domestic production, it could be international production. We can pretty much do it all. So we looked around for a company that might be able to benefit from our engineering services to award them our prize. And I'll tell you, this year it was really hard to choose. There were at least 3 companies that I would love to have given this to, but we only have one prize this year, and this one is going to go to Sage Spectra.
This next group has been sponsoring a prize at TNVC for so long that I can almost pronounce the name of the firm, Schwegman, Lundberg, and Vosner. Am I saying it close? Seriously, Sabina and Ricardo have been a huge help. They've always come whenever we've needed them. They've been a help in running workshops, and we've heard some awesome things from the folks that have won their prizes in the past and come back and said this has been really valuable. So we really appreciate y'all. Come tell us who won this year.
Howdy. My name is Sabina Ward. This is Ricardo Moran. He's my colleague. We're both patent attorneys at SLW to make it easy for us. SLW is an intellectual property law firm with over 100 attorneys nationwide. Ricardo's from San Diego. I'm in the Houston area. And we've been sponsoring the TNVC since 2019. For Ricardo and me, this is our favorite event every year, so we really look forward to coming here. We love working with and supporting startup companies, and we are therefore very pleased to announce our Legal Services Prize. Actually, prizes this year, because we had so many companies actually that would be good candidates. We decided to give away $10K worth of legal services to 2 companies, so $10K each. And those 2 companies are Opsin Biotherapeutics and HB Tech AI. Congratulations.
It's all right. It's the same card number. I don't know what we're going to do. We love it when a prize sponsor doubles down like that, but we only have one big credit card to show for both of them. So now our winners have to share, at least for the photos, and then arm wrestle who gets to take that home. All right, next up, I want to invite someone that is a new sponsor of the program through his organization, Seed Round Capital. But Brad Jenkins, you might recognize, he was a finals judge last year. He's been involved in Aggie Angel Network. And really, I see some big things in partnership with Brad and his group going forward. So Brad Jenkins, would you come down and tell us who won your Seed Round Capital Investment Prize?
Howdy. It's great to be here. Thank you, Chris and team. We're super excited about being a part of the TNVC. We started our firm, which is really a group of passionate entrepreneurs and angels, about 2 years ago. And since then, we've made 30 investments in pre-seed and seed stage companies. We write checks from about $25K to $150K to companies. We're fairly agnostic in our sectors. We do like to see product in market and a little bit of revenue, so not everybody today qualified for that, although everybody's kind of moving that direction. So today we're super excited about our $25,000 investment prize going to Waltech International.
Next up, the Stibbs & Co. Legal Services Prize. Invite these guys to come down. These guys have already proven themselves, not only at Legal Services, but also one of their partners cooks some really mean barbecue, and they're local, so I got to go and taste it. So these guys have been a great supporter for multiple years now and bringing multiple people to the event. So thank you, Michael, Clay. Tell us who won your prize this year.
Thank you, Chris. Again, I'm Michael Ellis. This is Clay McCullough. We're attorneys with the Stibbs & Co. law firm. And as Chris mentioned, we moonlight as cooking barbecue in our parking lot occasionally. Y'all are all invited next time, so put it on your calendars. We're a full-service business law firm. We focus on basically single-member LLCs all the way up through Fortune 100 companies, entity formations, mergers and acquisitions, funding rounds, intellectual property, estate planning, whatever you need. As Chris mentioned, we have an office here and then also an office in Spring in the north part of Houston. So our prize, which is for business legal services, there was a lot of good competition, but we ultimately decided to award it to HPTech.ai. Congratulations, Mike and Matthew.
Next up is a Southwest Pediatric Device Consortium, and it's a cash prize. And I want to tell you something about this. This is our largest side cash prize that there is. These guys are, Chester or Dr. Coe, will come up here and tell you about this, but they've offered this 4 years now, and we're really thrilled to have these guys come back. And I also tell you, I personally really love their mission of helping. Well, I'm not going to steal his thunder. I want them to tell you their mission, but I'm going to tell you, I have a personal love for it. Come on up, Chester.
Howdy. So I'm a pediatric urologist at Texas Children's Hospital and Baylor College of Medicine. I'm also serving as the executive director and contact PI for what we call the Southwest National Pediatric Device Innovation Consortium, or SWPDC. This includes Texas Children's, Baylor College of Medicine, Texas A&M, Rice, University of Houston, Fan Innovation Studio, and soon the University of Minnesota. We are one of 5 FDA-supported national consortia that support pediatric device innovators. Kara Toman is our associate director and unfortunately had to leave early. We're honored to partner with the TNVC for the past 5 years for these pediatric prizes, and we congratulate all the teams. Our cash prizes are among the largest in the competition, are non-dilutive. We support pediatric device startups. That includes those who may think they're adult devices, but hopefully now should be empowered to work on their pediatric side as well. We are pleased to announce as the 2023 SWPDC Pediatric Device Prizes of $25,000 each, Ember Sleep and Neurostasis. So congratulations.
Now I get to tell you, to invite up what's kind of a neat prize this year, new prize from the UNT Health Science Center Accelerator Admission. These guys reached out to us. They'd heard about TNVC, and they reached out to us to brainstorm about offering a prize. I really think this is going to be of value, and I foresee this being a recurring yearly thing. So I want to invite up Robert McLean to announce who their winner is.
I'm not an Aggie, so this is the first time I get to say howdy to an audience like this. So it's a great way to start a sponsorship, right? So thanks for the opportunity. What a great opportunity to participate. I lead our innovation, commercialization, and entrepreneurship program at the UNT Health Science Center in Fort Worth. And some of you may have heard Texas A&M is coming to Fort Worth. And so we're excited about that. We think that's going to create all kinds of collaboration opportunities. And this seemed like a really good way to get started. Some of you probably, most of you probably don't even know this. A press release will come out in a couple of weeks, but we're actually housing on our campus a couple of Texas A&M AgriLife researchers for the next couple of years until the lab in Fort Worth is ready for them to move into it. The rent that A&M is paying us, we're taking that. We're not going to bank that. We're going to set up a seed fund to collaborate, to seed collaborations with our scientists at the Health Science Center. And we're going to set aside some of those funds to support possible commercialization activities that come from that. So we're excited to collaborate with A&M, whether it's through this event the move to Fort Worth, and we're looking forward to great things in the future. As I mentioned, we essentially, besides managing the university's IP portfolio, we essentially operate as an ESO. We have an incubator program on campus. We house right now about 11 companies. And we basically take all comers. As of right now, none of those companies are spin-outs from the university. So we are more than welcome to take companies that need and can take advantage of space, lab space that we have to offer. So that's our prize this year. For a period of 1 year, we're willing to provide access to the winner to our shared laboratory access space. And I'm proud to announce that our prize will go to Opsin Biotherapeutics.
Next up, Versa Business Partner Services Prize. Darren, why don't you come down and tell us who won this year? Darren has offered this prize for a couple years now, and really appreciate him doing this.
I'm Darren Coble. I own Versa Business Partners. We're an outsourced HR shop. We work a lot with startups, helping them get set up, get their employment processes built, get everything kind of the platform that you can launch and grow your business. We also have an executive coaching arm that we work with CEOs and kind of founders to help be better at what they do, figure out how to navigate the investment world, figure out how to navigate leading a company, or just navigate the whole entrepreneurial roller coaster ride that it can be. So excited to offer an executive coaching package to Connor Crawford and Pike.
Hey, I can tell you from experience, you start a company, you do need coaching. All right, next up, Winstead Legal Services Prize. Leica, Alan, if you want to make your way this way. Leica and Winstead have been important partners, not only in TNVC, but actually in a lot of our outreach programs that we do as Texas A&M. And Leica has been amazing. She's been a finals judge. You've been a regular judge for a bazillion years now. And they were one of the first to step up when we launched this, this sponsorship program 5-6 years ago. So anyway, Leica, tell us who won your prize this year.
Howdy. A funny story here. I didn't go to school here, but I've come to College Station many, many times, and I started at Winstead almost 15 years ago. Gentleman who ran the firm, Mike Baggett, very, very proud Aggie. One of the first few days in the office, he comes to my office and he says, "Howdy," almost scared me to death. And I turned around and I just looked at him, and I knew who he was, and I was tongue-tied, and he said, "You're supposed to say howdy back." So ever since then, it's been this running joke. I kind of, anyone new that starts in our office that's on my floor, I go scare them. Howdy, I do my best Mike Baggett impression, and I think he'd be very proud. Anyway, I'm Leica Gopalakrishnan. I'm with Winstead. I've been there for almost 15 years now. I'm an intellectual property attorney. For those of you who don't know, Winstead is a full-service law firm with offices in Texas, New York, and North Carolina. And we have been a proud sponsor of this event for many years now, almost since its inception. And every year I have to commend Chris and Lene and everyone else involved with the wonderful organization and certainly the quality of the companies that they keep attracting to this competition. So without further ado, I'd like to say that the Winstead IP Legal Services Prize for $10,000 goes to Corvus Medical.
Next, another prize that's real close to my heart, and this is really the second year of offering this prize, and it really speaks to what our competition is about. And I'll let Dan tell you about where this idea came from, because this was his idea to begin with in the first year, and then tell you who they offered the Winner Circle Legacy Prize. I am going to ask that anyone that was involved in this prize this year, past winners, that's still around, meet up here for the picture when Dan and Kara come off the stage.
Well, thank you. And this all comes from the fact that I like to give away money, and it pisses my CFO off all the time. So, no, you know, we won, and during our award ceremony, it was streaming on Facebook Live, and our potential lead seed investor was watching, and it was just a great, just an amazing opportunity to say they bet on a winning horse, which was just really cool. But when we looked at it in the next year, I was like, I want to give back. Like, I love this. This is amazing. I've done a bunch of pitch competitions, and I mean, if you guys realize the amount of money being given out, the amount of sponsors, like the MedTech Innovator one, they've like won $350,000 check at the end, which sounds amazing, and then they have 1,000 losers. And it's just really, it's like, it doesn't work, in my opinion, and this works. This gives multiple companies multiple boosts, multiple chances to brag on social media, to tell investors they're a winning horse, and to really, and then I think just emotionally, it's very boosting if you don't win everything, just winning something and carrying that big check. Last check I won, Lamar was like, we need to walk downtown Austin with your check and just see how many people buy you a drink. Like, it's just so cool. The collection of big checks are awesome. I will say, I'll cut to the chase then real quick. Did I say everything I was supposed to say? I think so. It's like 3 Basil Haydens in, so we're just cruising. Kara and I debated, and you should be up here with us too. We wanted to give away a prize, and we didn't give it to the people in the top 6 because they all give money, and we wanted to do something that inspired us and make it meaningful. And so it's a company that hasn't been announced yet, but Lucy, you guys are, your app is so cool. You are so cool. You're going to make so much money. And we really like what you do. And I was sitting there talking to you, and I was like, damn it, my daughter needs this product, like right now. So hey, great app. I'm sorry you're not in the top, but you have a great product, and you're going to make a lot of money.
All right. So that was all of our official special prizes. But we have one more that's kind of off script that I want to do. And I'm going to ask Saurabh, Dr. Biswas, to start making his way down here to join me in this one. So most of you don't know this, but TNVC, when it first got started, we were like this hodgepodge group of volunteers. I used to have to go out and like drum up, beg and borrow for support all across Texas A&M and the community just to be able to put this thing on. It was, you think it's like chaos behind the scenes now, it was Wild West back then. And the person that we're about to tell you that really made this thing into the professional appearing organization that it is today is going to be retiring soon. And this is likely her last full-time year involved in the competition. So Saurabh, come join me on stage.
Okay. So,
you can announce it. You announce it.
Okay, so this is certainly comes with a lot of appreciation that we all have. You know, this is, as you see this thing playing out, as I talked in the morning, that people you don't see on the podium are the one who make everything possible. And certainly this is one of those things. And as this is 9th year of the competition, this competition started off, and now we are at a very smooth functioning process. But I can tell you when this ends, the planning for the next one starts very quickly. And there are people who start doing that for this 2-day event. So for this, I'd like to call to the stage a person we definitely all know by now very well, but certainly deserves all the appreciation and love in the world. That's Lene Scroggins.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to say anything?
Sit there and look pretty.
Where's it?
We appreciate Lene so much.
I love you guys. This is a labor of love, and peace out. I'll come help next year, but I appreciate you guys so much.
All right, I'm going to let you enjoy those pictures up there for just a second. and I'm gonna take a picture myself. All right, next up, where did I set my phone down? Oh, is that right here? It threw me off too. You see what happens when I get off script. And I don't know what I'm going to do next year without Lene. This is going to be a royal mess. So now we're going to get into announcing the competition winners. All right, I know the moment many of you have been waiting for. We're going to ask our two co-hosts, Dr. Biswa, sorry, you got to walk back down this way again, and then Pete O'Neill to announce the top winners. This is the culmination of this multiple round process. It really is a year-round effort. And I want to just say, from my perspective, this batch of teams, like overall, was by far one of the hardest to select from the very beginning. You guys were amazing quality, and I appreciate you making our jobs hard there, because that really tells me good things about the economy and the entrepreneurial ecosystem in the state of Texas. So these are going to get announced. Dr. Biswa, you're going to announce 6th, 5th, and 3rd. And then Pete O'Neill, you're going to announce 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. All right. Sarab, come on up. No, you're going to announce these. We'll take the pictures afterwards. All right. Here's your winners.
I saw the numbers, but it's 4 and 8.
Okay, so we're down to the last 6, and certainly I'm not going to take any more time. So we'll jump on the 6th place, Opsin Biotherapeutics. Fifth place winner, TNVC 2023, Neurostasis. Fourth place winner, Ember Sleep.
You guys have heard me speak a couple times. This is a great event. I will pledge to put my budget to work to repeat this kind of event more than once a year. So I will hold all of you accountable to hold me accountable for that. And please make sure Chris and others on my team have ways of getting in touch with you. To the extent that I told 2 friends, and they told 2 friends, and they told 2 friends. So please, all of you be evangelists for the things that we will do to do more of these. So, 3rd place, Waltech International. And I've watched just enough beauty pageants to know that when you announce 2nd place, you're also announcing 1st place, and that's who you announce is not actually as happy as not hearing their names, but nonetheless. 2nd place, Drill Docs. And I would say that as evidence of the entrepreneurial need to have grit and resilience, the group that won 1st place And I know this because I was in the room as a round two judge with this group, and so they were not, they got some negative news early in the day. They got some positive news, and now they're getting more positive news, which is Corvius Medical.
Awesome. I want to remind all the competitors to come up here on stage after. We're going to take a couple pictures. Thank you again for coming. We couldn't have done this without all of you and our volunteers and sponsors. We'd love to have all of you come back again next year. It sounds like multiple times. Please contact me if you're interested in getting involved next year. You heard this for the first time. That goes for you online too. And congratulations to the winners. We can't wait to see the results of this investment. See you next year. Thanks all.